Hey guys, welcome to my coverage of the second day of the European Championships. Really exciting day. We're going to start with 81 because there was some incredible stuff. I mean, look at this. Come on. That was amazing. Unfortunately, it wasn't considered an ippon. Jalo ended up getting all of his limbs to the tatami, so by that point it's newaza. So no ippon there, although that will be on the highlights for some time to come. These guys, they go at it for a little bit more, and then Grigolashvili goes in for a seoinage, gets a nice armbar here on Jalo. Jalo makes it all the way through the repechage and ends up facing Cass. But before that, there was this beautiful uranage. How about that for a technique? So yes, bronze medal contest against Cass. And the camera is kind of strange in some of these videos, kind of looking at the top half of the action. Personally, I like to see people's feet and just kind of the wider picture. But we do get a good look at Jalo's attack here. Nice Kochi Ochi. He is ecstatic about it. A bit emotional. Ends up crying a bit. And I love this stuff. I think we should see more of this in judo. I think the refs should just let it go for a minute. I mean, Jalo taking out Cass, high-level competitor, and then taking a bronze at the European World Championships. Incredible stuff. So back to Grigolashvili. This is earlier in the round of the quarterfinal against Wrestle, and Wrestle lands flat on his head. I don't think I've ever seen someone land on their head like that, and you can see him kind of shaking it out a little bit. That's okay, us judo players, we have strong necks, right? Well, I'm pretty sure these guys do. I certainly don't. So Grigolashvili made it to the finals, and so did Albayrak from Turkey. Now, Albayrak, someone who I have been following for a while. He's got really good techniques. Someone who I thought would be on the podium more than what he has been in recent times. I feel like when he came onto the scene, he was doing a lot better than he has recently. But he's had a bit of redemption here at the European Championships. Really good result. And we're going to see the match of him against Grigolashvili very shortly. And one thing I'll note about Albayrak is he's the first person who I really saw kind of utilizing this rule change with, you know, how to roll people over. So now after the whole Tasoev-Renier final, they are giving this a Wazari score, but Albayrak was one of the first people to use the turnover and then go into newaza. So he's really good at this, and now that it works as a Wazari as well, it's a great technique, a great strategy for him. And I'm pretty sure with it being a score now, more people are going to do this, and more people are going to look at Albayrak and see the transition into the newaza and try and mimic that as well. So this is the final, Grigolashvili versus Albayrak, and have a look at the guard passing skills of Albayrak here. Grigolashvili goes in for a pretty average tomoinage attempt, and I was kind of surprised Grigolashvili in this contest looking for a lot of kind of stemiwaza. He did this 2-3 times, but Albayrak just smashed it every time. And then out came, out of nowhere, this amazing technique by Albayrak. And I know he's been training in Japan a lot, and he's really refined his technique. I mean, have a look at this. This is just absolutely beautiful. Just a massive Uchimata. Jumps on Grigolashvili. Now, there were 2 shidos apiece on the scoreboard, and I'll let you guys make up your mind what you think about this decision. But Albayrak getting pushed to the edge of the mat here. And then he does drop down. Grigolashvili protesting a little bit, but I think after a score like that, you do kind of, you know, let him get away with one. Defends well here, and you can see there, end of the time. So Albayrak, our new European champion, so congratulations to him. Next up, we'll go down to 73, and first, we'll talk about some upsets. Now this Kataguruma by Lombardo, he ends up getting countered into the Sumigaishi. Now I do agree with the score, but you can see Lombardo, he tries to lock his leg in there and try to go for like a low Kochi, but it just didn't work. There's definitely a counter for Hristov. Also one more upset at under 73, Stump. My man, I love Stump. He is a really good judoka, but he got taken out early to this big front Uchimata. It's unfortunate, but I'm sure he will live to fight another day. We'll definitely see him soon. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him soon at the Tokyo Grand Slam. So the man of the day at under 73, it was Heydorov from Azerbaijan. And he's got an interesting style. Really utilizes the newaza and this awkward kataguruma. I mean, look at this. Ends up rolling over his opponent's knee here. And a lot of people are doing this more and more often now. They're putting their elbows on the outside of people's legs. You can't grab the legs in judo anymore, but you can put your elbows on the sides of people's knees. And I'm definitely seeing it more and more often. So, I mean, this is what happens. This is the evolution of the game. Is it better? I don't know. But I do feel no matter what rules you put in place, these judoka will find a way to kind of evolve the game. And it would be sad if more injuries, you know, come because of a rule change like that. So let me know what you guys think. See, you can see him attacking the outside knee there as well. This time, okay. Gets the kataguruma into the osaikomi. But it is an interesting one. You're seeing it a lot with kataguruma and some other techniques as well. Yesterday I talked about Picard doing it from the ippon seoinage through the legs with the elbow. These are some highlights from Pelivan from Moldova. He ended up taking bronze. But a pretty dominant day. I mean, look at these throws. Really nice kusodegake here. And then here he has a nice kochi into sumigaishi. Look at that. And then it's a little bit difficult to see here because of the close-up. But he gets a nice piece of ashiwaza here. Early into the bronze medal contest. The other bronze medal went to Jakova. With this throw here against Shavdar Toashvili. And you just have a look at Shavdar Toashvili here. You can see him getting attended to by the doctor. I'm not sure if he hurt his neck, maybe a collarbone. Didn't look too bad going over. And then his initial response was to kind of, you know, talk to the referee about the call, and then he felt a bit of pain. So I hope he's okay. Olympics coming up soon, so would hate for him to kind of sustain an injury that keeps him out of the Olympics. And this is how he lost earlier on to Cassius Roca, hope I'm saying that correctly, who ended up losing in the finals, so silver medal for him. At under 63, we had Leski from Slovenia. She ended up taking out Sharia from Israel. For the bronze medal contest, we had Fazliu from Kosovo. Kosovo really just outstanding men's and women's medals all around. And also on the other side of the bracket, a little bit of newaza for you guys. And a very passionate finish to the end of this one. I'm pretty sure Szymanska from Poland was pretty ecstatic about this bronze medal that she won. Have a look at the reaction on her face. She's loving it. So under 70 now. Gehi from France. She ended up taking gold. In the bronze medal contest we had Matic from Croatia and Van Dijk from the Netherlands. And just before I go guys, day 3, I'm still not seeing any videos available yet, so might be a little bit of time before I get that video to you guys, but I'll do it as soon as I can. Anyway guys, that's it from me. Thanks a lot. I'll see you around. Peace.